more and more as the series progressed. Great about the show, it was an evolving show. It was a real family in a real situation, and it wasn't stagnant. We grew with the time.
Exciting secrets from the filming of All in the Family are finally coming out, and they are crazier than anything Archie Bunker ever complained about. What surprising events did the cameras not catch? And what disagreements among the cast almost broke the show apart? What strange behind-the-scenes facts were hidden for many years until now? Join us as we reveal the truth about one of the most loved TV shows of all time. Number 15. The show was rejected twice before anyone said yes. Norman Lear obtained the rights to the British play Till Death Us Do Part to adapt it for American viewers. The story focused on Alf Garnett, a rude complainer. Lear saw potential in this idea, pushing for American shows to reflect real life rather than just happy tales. In 1968, he produced the first pilot with Carroll O'Connor and Jean Stapleton, titled initially Justice for All, featuring Archie and Edith Justice. Gloria was initially portrayed by Kelly Jean Peters, with Tim McIntyre as her husband Richard, who left the series. ABC found the casting mismatched and funded a recast. The second pilot, filmed in February 1969, was retitled Those Were the Days and featured Candy Azara as Gloria and Chip Oliver as her husband, now named Dickie. ABC viewed this version and informed Lear they wouldn't air the show due to concerns about a rude bigot as the main character. Despite spending around $250,000, they feared the controversy. But Norman Lear refused to give up on his vision even when 2 pilots had failed and the most powerful network had walked away from the project. Number 14. CBS picked up the show without ordering a new pilot. Despite ABC rejecting All in the Family twice, Norman Lear persisted, believing the show had an important message for America. In 1970, CBS's Mike Dan saw the second rejected pilot and reacted strongly, unlike anyone at ABC. Dan described it as the wildest thing I ever saw and shared it with CBS executives. The network aimed to transition from rural comedies like The Beverly Hillbillies and Green Acres to more sophisticated content for younger, urban viewers. They saw All in the Family as the edgy show they needed, offering Norman Lear a surprising deal to air 13 episodes without a new pilot. While Lear searched for his new Gloria and Mike, he was probably nervous that this was his last chance to get the casting right and make his dream show finally become reality. Number 13. Rob Reiner and Sally Struthers created magic that the 2 previous casts couldn't. Norman Lear considered many actors for the roles of Gloria and Mike before selecting Sally Struthers and Rob Reiner, calling it a gift. Struthers, a young actress with minor roles in shows like 5 Easy Pieces,
Twinkie?
Yeah, she's so Twinkie.
Boy, oh boy.
portrayed a sweet Gloria who connected her dad and husband. Reiner, with a comedy background and experience writing for the Smothers Brothers, played Mike as intelligent, yet occasionally overly proud. The chemistry among the 4 main actors, O'Connor, Stapleton, Reiner, and Struthers, was remarkable. Lear mentioned in interviews that they got along well, creating a unique magic that enhanced the show's success. The younger actors matched the veterans' energy, while the veterans helped the younger ones shine brighter. Penny Marshall, later famous for Laverne and Shirley, was considered for the role of Gloria. She married Rob Reiner in April 1971, the month the show began, making the Bunker family a real couple. Sally Struthers found her role dull and tried to leave her contract in 1974, but the writers improved Gloria's character, keeping her satisfied for 8 seasons. But while the younger cast members were finding their footing, the central star was dealing with his own complicated feelings about the character that would define his career. Number 12. Mickey Rooney turned down the role, thinking it would fail. Before Carroll O'Connor became Archie Bunker, Norman Lear wanted someone else for the role. He first thought of Mickey Rooney, a famous actor he had admired since he was a kid. Lear believed Rooney was perfect for Archie because he seemed like a regular working-class guy. Lear called Rooney to explain the idea and tell him about Archie Bunker. Rooney told Lear, "Norm, people will hurt you. They might even shoot you." He thought the character was too controversial and believed the show would fail and put everyone at risk. He felt that making a bigot the main character in a comedy was wrong and would cause strong adverse reactions, making it hard to succeed. Several notable actors were considered for the role, including Tom Bosley, Jack Warden, and Jackie Gleason. CBS aimed to acquire the rights to the British show and adapt it for Gleason, who was under contract with them, but Norman Lear secured control first. Ultimately, Carroll O'Connor accepted the role after Lear promised him a plane ticket back to Rome, where he was living, if the show did not succeed. Of course, O'Connor's assumption that failure was inevitable turned out to be spectacularly wrong, and his performance as Archie Bunker would earn him 4 Emmy Awards. Number 11. Carroll O'Connor was nothing like Archie Bunker in real life. Carroll O'Connor and Archie Bunker were very different. O'Connor was well-educated and taught English before acting, while Archie often mangled the language. O'Connor had liberal beliefs, unlike Archie's conservative views, and he added innovative ideas and culture to his work. O'Connor excelled at making Archie feel real, even when he said awful things. Rob Reiner, who collaborated with O'Connor for 8 years, noted that O'Connor revealed Archie's caring side as a husband and father, despite his flawed beliefs. This allowed viewers to laugh at Archie without feeling lectured to, thereby maintaining the show's entertainment value. Norman Lear modeled Archie after his father, Herman Lear, a good man with some unfair views. Herman would tell his wife to be quiet, as Archie did with Edith, and he had a special chair just for himself. O'Connor incorporated these details to craft a believable character and frequently worked with the writers on Archie's dialogue to enhance realism. Despite his success in the role, O'Connor would later face serious conflicts with the show's producers over money and working conditions that nearly destroyed everything he'd built. Number 10. Carroll O'Connor disappeared from episodes during a contract dispute. In 1974, during the 5th season of All in the Family, fans noticed something odd. Archie Bunker was missing from several episodes with no explanation. O'Connor sued the production company for $64,000 and sought 12 weeks off under his contract. This pay issue got a lot of attention because people learned that the famous TV character was asking for much more money than he made. Even though not all his demands were met, O'Connor received a big pay raise and signed a new contract to come back to the show. His salary peaked at $100,000 per episode, ranking him among the highest-paid TV actors. O'Connor wrote the show's ending song, adding lyrics to Roger Kellaway's "Remembering You," though they were never used. He also shaped stories and character decisions throughout the series. While O'Connor fought for better pay and conditions, his co-star Jean Stapleton was creating her own unforgettable character in ways that surprised everyone who worked with her. Number 9. Jean Stapleton's horrible singing voice was completely fake. Many people recall the beginning of All in the Family, where Archie and Edith sing, "Those Were the Days" at the piano. Edith's singing seems off-key and awkward. However,
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that made the hit parade.
not everyone knows that Jean Stapleton, who played Edith, was actually a great singer. She trained in musical theater and performed in Broadway, shows like Damn Yankees and Funny Girl, which required real singing skills. Jean Stapleton sang badly as Edith because it fit her character and made her more likable as someone trying hard but missing notes. If she had sung well, the opening would have felt different and lost the special family vibe. The audience loved Edith's bad singing because it made her seem more real and lovable. Jean Stapleton focused on making Edith authentic, with quick movements and a quirky voice. By steering clear of the British show Till Death Us Do Part, which inspired All in the Family, she created her own interpretation of Edith. This originality helped Edith Bunker become a beloved TV character, but Stapleton rarely got the chance to play Edith at all because she had to make a tough choice about which role to accept. Number 8. Jean Stapleton turned down Willy Wonka to do the show. In 1971, Jean Stapleton had to make a tough choice that could change her career and TV history. Shabai was offered the role of Mrs. TV in the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which was being filmed at the same time as the All in the Family pilot. Taking the movie role would mean missing out on playing Edith Bunker. Stapleton chose the TV show over the movie, trusting Norman Lear's vision despite All in the Family's uncertain success. Nora Denny took the role of Mrs. TV. While Willy Wonka was a hit, Stapleton's sitcom role lasted 9 years, earning her 3 Emmy Awards and 2 Golden Globe Awards for playing Edith, honors she likely wouldn't have received from a smaller kids' movie role. Jean Stapleton gained fame at nearly 50 after years in theater and minor TV roles. Her portrayal in All in the Family, spanning 205 episodes over 9 seasons, was central to the show. The authenticity of her marriage to Carroll O'Connor made Archie and Edith's relationship believable despite their differences. While Stapleton became beloved for playing Edith, the show itself was breaking technical and creative rules that had governed television for decades. Number 7. The show featured the first toilet flush ever heard. On American television, All in the Family changed many TV rules, including showing the first toilet flush on primetime American TV. Before this show, there were strict rules about what could be displayed on the family TV, and bathroom sounds were not allowed. Toilets were in the background, but were never talked about or used on camera. Norman Lear believed the TV rules were silly, so he broke them. He let viewers hear Archie Bunker flush the toilet in an episode. This shocked many people because they had never heard that sound on TV, even though everyone in America flushed toilets daily. Showing real life, even the parts usually not shown, became an essential part of the show and made it feel more real than other TV shows. The show talked about topics that were usually not discussed before, like menopause, breast cancer, and abortion. In the second season, Edith experienced menopause, and in a 1973 episode, she discovered a lump in her breast when breast cancer was rarely mentioned on TV. The episode where Edith almost got assaulted in the 8th season became one of the most shocking moments ever shown in a comedy series. But while the show was pushing boundaries in what it showed and said, it was also pioneering new technical approaches that would change how sitcoms were made. Number 6. The show was taped before a live audience with no canned laughter. Norman Lear was proud that every laugh on All in the Family was real, coming from actual people in the audience. While many sitcoms used fake laughter, this show only used the reactions of live audiences who watched the recordings. Each episode was performed twice for different groups, and the best parts from both performances were combined for the final version. The actors had to perform well many times, and the laughter was real, not added later. If a joke didn't get a laugh, that silence was recorded, and if something funny happened unexpectedly, that laugh was included in the show. This focus on being real made All in the Family stand out from other sitcoms. The theme song's intro was simple. Norman Lear had Carroll O'Connor and Jean Stapleton sing at a piano, highlighting the Bunker marriage and setting the show's tone. Over the years, various people announced All in the Family was recorded in front of a live audience during the credits, starting with producer Bud Yorkin in 1971, followed by Rob Reiner until 1978, and Carroll O'Connor in 1979. In the show's last season, the producers used edited episodes and recorded audience laughter to enhance the sound. but Lear insisted it wasn't fake because it came from real viewers. Number 5. The show almost got canceled after its first season. When All in the Family began on January 12, 1971, CBS expected many angry calls from viewers. But that didn't happen. The first episode had only a 15% audience share, so very few people watched it. Because not many people saw the show, there were no complaints. The ratings were so low that CBS considered canceling it after just 13 episodes. In the summer of 1971, an unexpected event boosted the show. CBS aired reruns of the first season, attracting viewers who had missed it. They shared it with friends. And soon, everyone wanted to see Archie Bunker clash with Meathead. By August 1971, just before the new season, CBS confirmed the show would continue. While All in the Family was conquering the ratings, the cast members were making history in another way that television had never seen before. Number 4. All in the Family was the first show where every principal cast member won Emmys. All in the Family made history as the first TV show to feature all its leading actors winning Emmys for their roles. Carroll O'Connor won 4 Emmys for playing Archie Bunker, demonstrating the esteem in which his work was held. Jean Stapleton won 3 Emmys for her role as Edith. Rob Reiner won 2 for playing Mike, and Sally Struthers also won 2 for her character, Gloria. All 4 leading actors won multiple Emmys, showing how great they were together. They didn't just play simple roles, they made their characters feel real and deep. O'Connor showed Archie's softer side despite his bigotry. Stapleton made Edith innovative and interesting. Reiner gave Mike brains without being annoying, and Struthers turned Gloria into a strong voice for women. The show won the Emmy for Best Comedy Series 4 years in a row. It also led to more than 6 spin-off shows, like The Jeffersons, Maude, and Good Times. The Jeffersons was the most popular spin-off and was the longest-running sitcom with an all-black cast, getting 14 Emmy nominations and lasting 11 seasons. But despite all this success and recognition, not everyone involved with All in the Family lived to enjoy the show's enduring legacy. Number 3. The stars suffered personal tragedies that mirrored the show's emotional depth. Although All in the Family tackled serious themes, the cast faced personal struggles that mirrored their characters' pain. Jean Stapleton couldn't attend O'Connor's 2001 funeral due to a stage commitment, but they had been close friends since the early 60s. Jean Stapleton passed away on May 31st, 2013, at her home in New York City at the age of 90. Her children said, being the kids of a beloved TV mom means sharing who Jean was with her friends and fans. With love and sadness, we say goodbye to our mother. Broadway dimmed its lights for her, and fans everywhere mourned the loss of the woman who made Edith Bunker so real and loved. While the prominent cast members lived long lives and enjoyed their success, a critical part of All in the Family's legacy is found in an unexpected place today. Number 2. Archie and Edith's chairs are now in the Smithsonian. Archie and Edith Bunker's 2 easy chairs from their living room are now in the Smithsonian Institution as essential parts of American history. It might seem odd for chairs from a sitcom to be in such a famous museum, but it shows how much All in the Family influenced American culture and how much people connected with those characters. The chairs symbolized the American working class and shifts in family life in the 70s. Archie's chair indicated his role as family leader, while Edith's chair showed her support. Now displayed with historical items, these chairs highlight how entertainment reflects American culture alongside politics and war. This show is often regarded as one of the best American TV series. TV Guide ranked it 4th among the 50 greatest TV shows. The episode Sammy's Visit, featuring Sammy Davis Jr. kissing Archie Bunker, is 13th on the 100 greatest episodes list. Bravo named Archie Bunker the best TV character, and in 2013, the Writers Guild of America declared All in the Family the fourth best written TV show. But perhaps the strangest legacy of All in the Family is how a car that nobody could understand became part of television history. Number 1. People couldn't understand what Gene Stapleton was singing about a car. In the theme song, Those Were the Days, Gene Stapleton, as Edith, sings about our old LaSalle, a 1930s General Motors car. This line became notable in TV history, but when the show first aired, Stapleton slurred the words, leading viewers to ask CBS for clarification. This prompted producers to re-record the opening with a clearer rendition. This change demonstrated the care in All in the Family, ensuring viewers grasped the car reference and their connection to the show. Norman Lear said the piano intro saved money. After the pilot, there wasn't enough money for a fancy opening. So, Lear chose to keep it simple with Archie and Edith at the piano. This made one of the most famous TV openings. The closing theme was an instrumental version of Remembering You by Roger Kellaway, as the camera moved away from the Bunker home, indicating that the visit was over. Could television today produce another show as groundbreaking as All in the Family was in 1971? Would modern audiences embrace a character as controversial as Archie Bunker? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it